don't buy now. A massive housing crash is coming.
The housing bubble is about to pop.
Inflated prices. Any of these sound familiar? We're going to tell you why they are all lies right now.
Welcome to our channel, Living in Madison, Wisconsin. We are your guides to everything Madison, Wisconsin. I am Joe Marks.
And I am Crystal Marks. And if you were wondering what it's like to live in Madison, Wisconsin, that is all we talk about around here.
Right.
So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell.
So I'm guessing by now, if you're on YouTube or have been for any length of time, you've seen some of the clickbait titles that we mentioned in the beginning for the intro. Housing bubble's about to pop, housing crash.
Inflated prices.
Right, so we're gonna tell you why all of that is a lie, especially here in Madison, Wisconsin. So the most telling reason that all of those things that they're just trying to get you to click on, because everybody's wondering about it, is basic true supply and demand. Mm-hmm. So the last time we had a housing crash here nationwide was in 2008, which it actually started to show signs of that earlier than 2008. And take a guess at how many homes were on the market in June of 2008. We had over 5,100 homes on the market here in Dane County in June of 2008.
That is a lot of homes, especially compared to right now.
Guess how many we have this year at the end of June? We only had 500.
Yeah.
So that's less than a tenth of what we had at like right when the housing bubble, the previous one, was popping.
Saturated.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks because prices are going up so fast that we're gonna have the same thing happen again. Oh, it feels so familiar. But then we had 10 times the amount of homes on the market that we do now. Mm-hmm. So that is a huge reason and factor why this whole bubble popping thing is a lie. So inventory is just too low for a housing crash right now.
So another reason is there are a lot of buyers on the sidelines waiting for their perfect house, right?
Yeah.
So many discouraged buyers pulled out of the competitive market.
Yeah, so there's a lot of buyers this fall that wrote 5, 10 more offers that ended up just
losing
saying,
out.
forget it,
Yes.
I'm done. I'm done riding the emotional roller coaster. Am I gonna get this house? Am I not? We just gotta take a time out and take a break. So they're sitting on the sidelines. They still wanna buy a house, but they're just taking a break, hoping that things cool off a little bit. So even if things do cool off, those people are gonna come back in and enter the market, which is just gonna keep driving the market.
Right, yeah. So they're gonna be wanting to come back, give it another try, if they weren't too burned. And then that's gonna continue the high demand, low supply, which in return just increases prices.
Yeah, exactly. So the demand, even if it feels like it's slowing down in certain months, like seasonally, there's still a lot of the demand there. They're gonna come up and meet it when it slows down because they're ready to jump back in.
Right. Yep.
All right, another reason that this housing crash / bubble popping is a lie is because we here in Dane County have been in a housing deficit for a really long time. So what does that mean? We've had less home starts than we've had household formations. So, and the last time they really did a close calculation of that, we had 300 was the deficit. So we had 300 more households being formed wanting housing in Dane County than we did new housing getting produced. So because of that, that's another reason that Madison area is even more protected from a housing crash because we've been in this deficit for so long. So, and then the pandemic with delayed materials and all of that has made it even worse. That number is probably higher than it was the last time they measured it. So another huge factor on why this housing crash isn't gonna happen.
Which brings us to our next point, is that Madison is a destination city for many wanting to get out of the bigger cities, which I think totally ties into what you're saying as well. We have similar amenities here compared to a big city. We have highly rated, wonderful schools. It's a great place to raise a family, and we have clearly a robust economy with the UW and medical,
Government.
Tech too.
Tech continues to grow. So similar amenities here to a big city, so that's why a lot of people want to come here. We got, UW with the football games, basketball games, a lots of great music venues. So yeah,
Really good food.
so all those things make Madison a place that people are coming to as opposed to leaving. Okay, another factor is a lot of people think that a big wave of foreclosures are coming. You know, the government put a lot of the mortgage industry in terms of the people that weren't able to pay their mortgage because of job loss or related to the pandemic. They put them into forbearance, and then that got postponed, and then it's recently come up again, the date has. So however, it takes a long time once that goes into effect and the forbearance is removed and the foreclosure proceedings start. It can take years for those homes to actually come on the market, if they do at all.
Wow, yeah.
So many corporations are buying them up. That's another thing that's happening with these before they come on the market. Many people also have equity in their homes. So
Lots of equity. Yeah.
so if they're able to work something out with the lender to stop the foreclosure proceedings before they start, they have equity in the house, they could actually sell it and pay the remaining of their mortgage down, which I would think, if the banks are smart, which previously in the recession, I felt like they left a lot of money by not working more with their homeowners or their borrowers. I hope that they learn from those mistakes and work with them so they're able to help them actually get out from under it being a foreclosure. So that's another big factor. I don't think we're going to see, especially in Dane County, again, for all the reasons that we said before. We had a lot less foreclosures through the recession as well. So doesn't mean we're not going to see any, but I don't think there's going to be a huge tidal wave of them that's all of a sudden going to make this a seller or a buyer's market, because our inventory is so low.
So low, yeah.
So.
Well, another reason we need to address is good old-fashioned economics, right? Investors are buying up real estate due to the value of the dollar decreasing, right? So, and then the wealthy are turning their cash into real assets and buying second and third homes.
Right. Yeah, so those are just two things that are going to continue to drive the demand.
For the housing
As
market,
with everything else that's going on economically, people want to put their money into real estate. So, all right, so what does this mean moving forward? As far as a prediction, if you want to say that as best as I can, I don't think we're going to see a huge correction here in Madison for all the reasons that we just mentioned. I think our city is just too dynamic. The economy is too dynamic. Will appreciation slow down? Will price increases slow down when the rates bump up, which according to all the factors, they're saying by the end of the year they should start to go up. So will the increase in prices start to slow down then? Yes, I think it will. I just think we're too far out of whack with how low our supply is for the prices to go down anytime soon.
Yeah.
So it would have to be like some unforeseen major economic, could this Delta variant cause something to happen? Could, but outside of that, I don't see any major changes happening.
And looking at the industry from, 11, 12 years, like watching it, we really have seen that we're in a protective space here in Madison, like for all the reasons that we listed.
Yeah.
We just have a little bit of a different market because of all those attributing factors.
Right, yeah. I mean, even in the recession, Madison got hit about half as much as the rest.
So that gives you a frame of reference,
right.
I think. Well, there you go. Why you shouldn't believe the lies about the housing market here in Madison, Wisconsin, or really anywhere. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell. Yeah, and if you have any questions at all about moving to or living in Madison, Wisconsin, here is my contact info. Please reach out. I'd love to connect with you and help you. And here are a few other videos that you can watch in case you haven't seen them yet on our channel that will also help you to learn more about Madison. So thank you all for watching. Bye-bye. Bye.